Hey everybody, it's Chris here with another Motivation Monday, and today I want to talk to you about the power of character, because this has the power to change everything in your life. Proverbs 11 verse 2 says this: the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful, they're destroyed by their duplicity. What is character? Margaret Jenson wrote, character is the sum total of everyday choices. Add up all the choices you make. Those choices combine to basically create your character. Phillips Brooks, the great preacher from yesteryear, he wrote, character is made in the small moments of our lives. In other words, character isn't created in a crisis. It only comes to light during the crisis. Everything you've done in the past, everything you've neglected to do, it comes to a head when you're under pressure. But character itself is made in the small moments. Habit. It's the daily battleground of character. Covey said it like this: character is the private victory that precedes public victory. Now, let me give you one of my favorite stories, illustrations about this. Several years ago, when my kids were small, we fell in love with the story of Horton hatches the egg. Do you remember this? It's a great Dr. Seuss story. Story of an elephant who gets persuaded by Maisie the lazy bird to climb a tree, sit on her egg, while she takes a break and goes off to vacation in Palm Springs. Horton, the elephant, carefully climbs up the tree, waits for Maisie to return. He waits through a freezing winter. He's tempted to climb down out of the tree, but Horton, he's built with character. Every time he's tempted to come down out of the tree and get off the egg, this is the mantra he repeats over and over again: I meant what I said what I meant, and elephant's faithful 100%. Horton waits through the winter. He gets exposed to the elephants. He's made fun of by all his jungle friends. It reads like this: they taunted, they teased him, they yelled, how absurd. Oh, Horton the elephant thinks he's a bird. But every time they hurl an insult his way, Horton just keeps repeating the same mantra over and over: I meant what I said what I meant, and elephant's faithful 100%. He keeps sitting until he's finally captured by a group of hunters, forced to endure a terrible voyage at sea, and then sold to a traveling circus. All through this ordeal, he keeps repeating the same refrain: I meant what I said what I meant, and elephant's faithful 100%. Then one day the circus winds up where? But in all places, in Palm Springs. Horton's sitting on the egg when all of a sudden one day he feels some movement. The egg begins to hatch. At about the same time the egg is beginning to hatch, who should show up in the circus tent but Maisie the lazy bird? Horton jumps off the egg and says, my egg. Maisie sees what's going on, recognizes Horton, and begins to shout, my egg. She wants the egg back when it's time for the payoff. When all of a sudden, the egg hatches, and what comes out but a bird with elephant ears and an elephant tail. I love that story. It's a biblical story. Obviously, I say that in jest. It's a story about character. When we do the right thing despite the cost, when our actions line up with our language, when we keep our promises both to ourselves and to others, our character, it not only affects us, it affects the people around us. So, keeping the promises you make to yourself, it will change you. Keeping the promises you make to yourself, it will change the people around you. And this is one of the reasons that character is so essential. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. So go out, live with character, honor God, honor yourself, and inspire the people in your relational world. That's it for Motivation Monday. Join me for Relationship Wednesday. Have a great day.